أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity. We ask Him to forgive us, to shower us with His blessing during this month of mercy. May peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family and noble companion. Brothers and sisters around the globe, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We welcome you to the program. We will continue with our question and answer session. One of the questions that someone asked is about tooth. The brother or the sister is asking, can dental filling, tooth extraction, or cleaning of the tooth, or use of siwak or toothbrush, can that invalidate someone fasting? Indeed, none of that will invalidate someone fasting, as they do not have any nutritional value. The only thing is, should you get a dental filling and then you have some residue, or should you have some miswak and you have some residue, it is advisable not to swallow it. Try to make every effort to bring this out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. Someone also asked if subcutaneous or IM or intravenous injection can break the fast. I think we answered this question before. None of them, either IM through the IV, through the skin, and or through the muzzle, none of them will break the fast, except if the injection given is of nutritional value, like I mentioned the example of dextrose. But someone who will just get something like, say, amoxicillin or rocephin IM or IV, that will not invalidate someone fasting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. Someone is also asking about insertion of a catheter. A catheter is like an angiocut in a vein to do medical diagnosis, or for some reasons. Indeed, that do not also invalidate someone fast. I mean, an angiocut putting in the vein just for some purpose. Maybe someone may get the angiocut and then they will get blood transfusion or some other medication after they break their fast, but they have to have the catheter now. That will not invalidate their fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam. Another question that we had is someone taking biopsy or sample from the liver or other organ. Do that break someone fast? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam, but most of the scholars and the medical community are of the opinion that this do not indeed break someone fast, unless if it is accompanied by the administration of some solution that has nutritional value. But taking the sample, the specimen in itself, will not break someone fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alam. Another question that is asked is, what about someone who is taking tablet under his tongue? This is very common, especially with the geriatric population. Someone who is having angina. One of the regimen, one of the management is to have tablets such as nitroglycerin under the tongue. So the question is, if someone will have to have angina and feel like chest pain or discomfort, and they take nitroglycerin under the tongue, is this actually invalidate his fasting? I think I may have to elaborate a little bit so that people will not be confused. Putting a nitroglycerin, for example, under the tongue is different than swallowing a Tylenol or aspirin. Why? Because usually the angina medication that you will put under the tongue, it's a kind of medication that has been designed, manufactured to be absorbed through the vascular system under the tongue and not to be swallowed. So it's going to go through someone's system differently. It's going to be like you take a medication and you put in the vein. It's not going to be the same like you swallow something, aspirin or Tylenol through your throat. It's going to be different. However, the point here is if you will have some residual that you feel in the mouth after the chest pain is relieved, or you have reached the therapeutic effect, what is advisable here is to do not swallow anything. If you feel some residual, try to bring them out of your mouth and then rinse your mouth, and do not swallow the remaining of water or something of this nature. So the other question that we have is, can oxygen break someone fast? Like they're talking about oxygen, like oxygen will be gas. They also ask about anesthetic gas and or oxygen. As far as those do not have and they do not have nutritional value, that should be okay. Inshallah, it should not break anybody fast. The other question that we are asked is someone asked a question about what if someone get an insertion into his urethra of a catheter and or opaque dye for diagnosis, imaging, medication or solution for cleaning the bladder. Those kind of substances, as they do not have any nutritional value, they should not, the scholars are all of the opinion that none of this will break someone fast. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. And the other question that we have is rinsing the mouth and or gargling. Gargling could be like someone who has some say like glycerin or some kind of solution that you need to just gargle, and then you do not swallow it, you just gargle and then you spit it out and rinse your mouth. Do that nullify somebody's fast? The scholars are of the opinion that will not break someone fast, as long as you're not swallowing what you gargle. As long as when you rinse your mouth, either it's water or it's the medication, you do not swallow it. Another question that we have is about medication absorbed through the skin, such as creams, such as patches used to administer medication or chemical. Is that invalidating someone fast? The answer also here is no. If you have a medication that you put through the skin and or patches, such as cream, like you have a cream, say like antibiotic cream, bacitracin or something of this nature, and or a duragesic patch, fentanyl patch or something of this nature that you have on your skin, that do not invalidate someone fast, as long as far as they do not have any nutritional value, just like we mentioned with the other substances as well. Someone also asked, introducing any instrument or medication to the brain or spinal column, like someone who will have spinal tape for whatever reason, and or epidural anesthesia, or epidural analgesia, one of those, like or a shunt, those do not invalidate someone fasting, because they do not again have any nutritional value. Those are intervention that people will get usually for medical reason. But if someone in addition to that feel like they can continue their fast, alhamdulillah, there is no problem with that. They can continue, because those medical intervention will not invalidate someone fast. That include gastroscopy or an intervention of this nature, meaning looking at endoscopy, looking at the GI with the scope. It will not invalidate someone fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. Inshallah, we will stop here for the sake of time. I hope to see you in our next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.